What's up? What up? What up? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Tack here. Normally I don't do these type of videos. Um, but I've been wanting to do these type of videos, so it's like, why not? Why not just get into it instead of like sitting down and planning it, which I should, for some of the videos. But with this, I feel like there's so many people talking about it already. Like, let's start with this. I don't think Nintendo is wrong for the price of their console. I think at the end of the day, the Switch, everybody has their own opinion on it. I have my own opinion on it. I don't think that the Switch 2 compared to like a Steam Deck right now, I think, come on, what are we really talking about here? But I understand the exclusivity of Nintendo, and I'm not, look, again, you see the posters behind me, like, it's not like my room is filled with like Sony, and I love Sony, don't get me wrong, I love all type of video games, but it's just like, guys, of course I grew up with this. I grew up with Nintendo. I love Nintendo. So, but it's like, let's be a little bit realistic now, like $90 a game. I don't even care. I don't care. If it was $60. If it was $60, $65, $70, even the 70, I feel like it's pushing it. I really do feel like 70 is pushing it and I think I'm not just speaking on Nintendo in this case. I think any game, it doesn't matter, like, you're charging anything upwards to $80 is kind of crazy, and I'm a person who plays Escape from fucking Tarkov, so trust me, I know, I understand. But the value of what you're paying for has to be there, and I think people are misconstruing, and I definitely seen a video, multiple at this point, I think it was 3 videos I've seen of people misconstruing what it means to have value in something and something to cost something. They're not the same thing. Something may cost something, and it doesn't mean that's the same value of what it cost. Do not lead people to believe that they are the same thing, because I've seen videos out there with people who have bigger platforms and everything, and the way they're wording these things is completely irresponsible. Do not go out there telling people that they're confused and then literally not using the words right. You're making no sense, and you're confusing them yourself. You cannot say that this is valued at this and so it's cost this much. No, sorry, vice versa, stupid ass. If it costs that much, in a sense, it's kind of the same thing, but you know what I mean. If you, yourself, the consumer, may value something at a higher, you may think it's the world to you, and I get it, and you put a certain value on that. That does not mean in any world that it can cost upwards to that. You may think something is $1 million. It doesn't mean it costs or it should cost $1 million. And it goes for multiple things. And I'm not just trying to single out Nintendo, because I think that's where people are trying to make this like a fight or something. It's just reality. Maybe there is a worth in Super Mario Kart World being $80. Maybe there is some value there. But I personally don't kind of logically see the value there. Like, I'm trying to break it down and be like logical about it, but $80 for, I feel like we've been doing this for years now. Like, again, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to make it make sense, but like, nothing's new with Mario Kart. We've been driving around forever. Mario Kart Wii, we've been playing online. This is not new stuff. I get the open worldness. I'm down. I totally get it. But that's not new stuff. Like, don't sit here and piss on me and tell me it's raining. Don't do that. That's so disrespectful to us as a consumer. And there's so many people telling us that we're confused or we don't know what, and it's like, no, we're not confused. It says $80 to $90. I don't know if you're confused at the pricing that it says, or maybe you just love Nintendo so much, but like, reality's reality here. It says 80 to 90 bucks. What are you trying to, we're not confused here. Like, stop making it this, because it's so many people out there saying the same stuff, and it's like, no, I think as the consumers, we know what they're saying. I personally, I'm not going to sit here and say everybody thinks the same way, but I personally am trying to break down logically why they cost so much. Maybe like with Super Mario Kart World, for example, maybe they think that $80 is, well, they do think that. But if you can tell me why you think that in the comments below, then by all means. I logically don't see why it should be worth 80. 60 for sure. I don't even think anybody would be arguing it at 60. I think that would be so, like, duh. Like, it's not because the other games are priced at that, because you guys remember back then when the Switch came out, or the Wii came out, games were like 30, 40 bucks. So let's not sit here and act like Nintendo, like we know that Nintendo's like done decently well with their pricing from the start of their Wii releases. But they've been trying to catch up, and that makes total sense. I'm not here to like debate that or anything, or argue against it. I think that's fine. I just think the problem here is trying to tell me that this game is worth 80 to 90 bucks, and I don't think like there's nothing from it that's giving me 80 to 90 bucks worth. There's nothing. I'm sorry, like the same Mario Kart driving and stuff. First of all, you don't even got the best Mario Kart. It's ain't Double Dash, so don't sit here and try to tell me that I'm paying $80 and you don't even playing the best Mario Kart. Load up some Double Dash, and then we'll talk about this pricing stuff. And that's just me throwing amusement on this to make light of a serious situation. But seriously, $80, what the heck is going on? What the actual is going on? Look, I love Nintendo, I really do, and I genuinely hope if they're gonna keep to this price, that they have the games to back it. I don't think that we should. I don't think that we should be going down this route of pricing these games this much. I seriously think, and I don't think they see it now. It's like the whole cutting your nose in spite of your face. I really don't think they see it. But whatever. I'm not let them make their own decisions. Obviously, they got more money than us. Shut the heck up, basically at the end of the day. But it's really a cut your nose situation. In fact, like they don't even realize like how much it's not hurting the community, it's hurting them. People are gonna buy whatever, but there's a bubble of Nintendo. Like it's not like there's hundreds, well, there's a lot of people, but in the sense of like, it's not like there's Call of Duty kids out there on Nintendo all the time. Like, you're gonna have your people out there that's gonna buy and stuff, but I don't know. This is me just ranting, trying to figure it out. I know that there's a bubble out there for Nintendo. I mean a community. When I say a bubble, I mean like a community of people who are tightly into it, and they will spend the money and they will go crazy. But it's like at some point, well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe you have to look at yourself. Maybe us as consumers, maybe the gamers. Like, are you really a gamer? Did you? I don't know. It's tough. This is a tough one. I feel like the Switch 2 is just it's causing more issues than it should. I was really looking forward to getting a Switch 2 because I could show you guys my Switch 1, and it's not that good. It's not that good, and I've been really looking forward to getting an updated console. I was really looking forward to the Switch 2, but the console I think I'm gonna purchase a little bit later, but not on release. But the games, I really do think I'm gonna hold off. I definitely don't see myself buying Mario Kart World. I'm sorry. I legit don't have a reason to buy that. I'm not gonna speak for everybody. I'm only gonna speak from my perspective, but I don't understand how you can tell me that this game is worth $80 and be charging me for stuff that we've been doing for years. Again, it's not just the driving, it's just the simplicity of the game. Like, what else can you offer me? Driving up to somebody's like house, like, all right, let me go pick this dude up from his house and go on the race. But we're just going on the race. Like, you're not like, you know what I mean? And so it's like the value at those. This is what I'm trying to say from the beginning. There's a certain value on certain things, and yeah, I'm sure race car drivers out there, or race car fans, or driving fans out there would say Mario Kart's worth whatever amount of money. But it's like, what are you actually extrapolating from the game? Like, how much time? Sure, there's content there, but how much time can you really invest without getting to a certain point of being bored? Or like the casual person, when they get on, they invest like, all right, 2 hours, or maybe they have a couple races or whatever. But then you're not getting $80 worth of your game. I just don't see like the the trade-off. How am I gonna give this $80, and then where am I gonna get my value from it, from $80 worth? Like with Elden Ring, for example, like, okay, I'm gonna dive into this game every now and then, even from a dad, or I'm a full-time, like I work a full-time job, or whatever your situation is. Like when you dive into it, you're getting further and further and further into a game. You're getting something from the game. The money you invested in, you're getting it back. Call of Duty, if you get on with your boys and you get those feelings, and you know what I mean, you're getting your money back. But these games aren't worth $100. I mean, well, they're not pricing them at $100. Call of Duty is not worth no $100 right now. Right now, they got to get a couple things fixed up. Elden Ring, I genuinely think they could have argued to say, hey, if we're talking about freaking valuing something, or putting a cost on something, they could have came out and said, hey, no, we're worth $70-$80. Like, pay this. And I sure, including myself, I would have spent it, because the game makes sense. The game is valued that much. Give me the fucking value, and I don't think people will mind paying it. But don't piss on me and telling me it's raining. Like, guys, it's just a disrespect. And then from the other YouTubers with the bigger platforms, like, you're gonna sit here and tell people that they're confused about these things. And it's just, I'm confused that you guys are really just trying to spit this rhetoric and trying to spin this narrative. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Again, you don't have to be on the side or anybody's side, but you don't have to tell people that they're dumb or confused or anything like that. I think that's wrong. I think that's kind of what made me want to do the video, because that's just wrong. I don't think people should, like, don't. I think that's wrong. But that's kind of my piece on this. I know it was a little mini rant. Maybe you got something out of this. Maybe you didn't. Again, if you're gonna buy the console, I mean, it makes sense. You know, like, I totally understand. But if you're buying these games, and like there's no real value from it, I'm not saying what you're getting from it only, because that's different. That's perspective. I totally understand that part. But there also has to be a general baseline, like, consensus here of like what we're valuing in this, and like why it's valued this much, and why it's getting this much. Like, it shouldn't just like, hey, you know what? But time will tell. We're gonna see what comes from this. I genuinely hope that when they talk about manually pricing these games, that they really do that, and really do that justice, do that service justice. I think that is something that we can do with valuing things at the proper things that they're valued at. I really think that we could do some justice there for Nintendo, and they could start a movement with that and say, hey, like, just because Sony releases all these games, maybe this game isn't worth this game. And yeah, this game is $60, but this game could be $40, or this game could be $80, but this game's gonna be $50. And that's a different conversation for another video, another topic for another video. But I do think that that's the plan. I do think that's the way that they're viewing things, because if they're planning on pricing certain things so high, like GTA has been rumored and speculated to be $100 at release, with this type of like ideology of, I mean, or this type of way that they're trying to hopefully do things, where they manually pricing things, and they're looking at certain things and saying this is what should be valued at this, and this should be valued at this. I think that's a great way to go, but I think they have to do that. I think if they plan on raising these prices and giving these $100 whatever, I think they have to go down that route, or people are not gonna buy. I think, again, they're gonna they're gonna slice their noses off here. I really do. I don't think they see that, and I really don't think they see that. I think they're just, it's like so much money's in their face, but they don't understand. Like, okay, but like if we don't do this, then there's a trickle down effect. So if we do this, at the very least, we could still get the money and make other people happy. Get the best of both worlds. But you know, we'll see what comes of this. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, sub to the channel. I'm gonna do a lot more stuff like this. I should have been doing stuff like this. Who the fuck cares? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, boo-hoo. I don't really, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. But let's not succumb to this, and please, let's stop being so fucking rude to one another. Like, you do not, like, come on, guys. You do not have to tell people they're confused when something is literally in their face. And they're genuinely confused and they have questions and they're adding it to the comments and stuff like that. This totally makes sense. That makes total sense. But like anything else than that, like pissing on somebody and telling them it's raining, that's disrespectful, and I just don't think that should be. That's something that's not cool. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you did see this video, do not forget to drop a like, sub to the channel, all that good stuff. You know, I genuinely support. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I play a bunch of video games. Like, you check the channel, I play a bunch of video games. This is what I do. I just love video games on my off time. Since I was like a little kid, I just love video games, and I hope you guys do too. And I hope you guys can see what I'm saying about that part. And everybody got to do their part. I'll be honest with you. Everybody got to do their part in this case. So, yeah. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Be safe. Be easy.